Good morning, YouTube. Biscuit here. Monday. First, little housekeeping. Smoking one of my free hands, stained green for St. Patrick's Day, out of oak, with a little bit of Dagner's all day smoke. Call it Dad's. It's basically, haven't heard me say it before. It's a little bit of Orlick with 70% Orlick with 30% BCA. 11 o'clock in the morning, Monday. I made it home from Chicago. We were out of town. My granddaughter had her second birthday party, and we had to go up for that. And so I scheduled a flight home from Chicago to Atlanta yesterday at 5 in the afternoon, and it was supposed to start snowing at 10, so I missed it. I guess that'd be the beginning of the Stella, and I want to tell John, Matches, go ahead and everybody else on the East Coast, these guys be safe. You get close to 2 feet of snow, it's not going to be good. So, we got a box opening today, and want to talk about that. I want to talk about the staying light in the background. I want to talk about the TSA. You know, I haven't flown much because I don't like to get treated like for lack of a better term, a thug, a terrorist. And I understand we got to keep ourselves safe, but you know, I do a job that you get checked, and they do psychological evaluations of you, and do a background check and a financial check, and to make sure you don't have bills where somebody can buy you off. And because I run the grid, so it really amazes me that you just get treated that way, especially when they bother my wife. It just makes me crazy, and I'm lose all sorts of control. But so, anyways, we went through another one of those security checks at work, and for whatever reason, somebody says it's just random. I got TSA pre-checked on my boarding pass, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a good thing. I would do that again. I mean, it makes flying sort of like normal in the past. There was a line at Atlanta when we left last week. I don't know how long it's going to be. I said, oh, this stinks. But I pre-approved, and my wife isn't. So I said, well, I'll just go with you. She said, no, go. You take the luggage, go through, and I'll come through. I was through with all the luggage in about a minute, and took her 30 minutes. Of course, she got searched again for whatever reason. I don't know what. Every time she goes, she gets searched, and it just makes me nuts. But so while I was in up in the Chicago area, seeing my grandkids, my son-in-law is an arborist. He cuts trees. Well, he has cut down a cherry tree. He got me a piece of cherry wood to make a pipe. But I really enjoy making them out of Osage because it's such a hard wood, and I like the color. I don't know what I did with it. Anyways, I took this piece of Osage and put it in my luggage, and a piece of cherry. Well, I went through X-ray and through pre-effect, and that Osage was very obvious. Cherry, they didn't see it. That Osage, they did. So I got in the back. They had to go through all the stuff and make sure there was nothing sharp, and it just looked funny. They didn't know what it was because extremely dense wood. Still, even going through TSA with that piece of wood in my luggage and getting all my luggage searched, 6 minutes, start to finish. It was pretty good. I was happy. But I don't even know what I did with it. There it is. This is Osage. I trimmed it a bit, but as you can tell, this is only half the block, And I know that light doesn't help, but it's got pretty grain. This is just a piece of it. The other pieces is bigger than that. It was just one round chunk of log. And so anyways, TSA, maybe they want everybody sort of like having a iPass. In Illinois they call it an iPass, in Georgia they call it a Peace Pass. But where you go through the express lanes and they charge you with this remote thing. Maybe that's what they want to do with TSA. I don't know. Someone says it's like $750 for a year or 5 years or something. I don't know. All I can say is definitely worth it, whatever it was. Sorry, one of these days I'm going to figure out how to make a video. Lighting in the background, I don't know. But enough enough about ranting about TSA. They're just doing their job. I have, again, I said a little bit about my matches 860 and everybody on the East Coast. That storm looks pretty bad. I know, talked to my family in the Chicago area. They said it's been snowing there, and I have one daughter that lives right on the north side of Chicago in the city. So, but I got the Dagners come out with some new pipes. They're St. Patty's Day pipe and the CWA, which is their Civil War ants. And I love an ants. I have my OMS ants is probably one of my favorite pipes. But this little pipe is I got from the Dagners. It's not a big pipe, but I sure like it. This is the smooth one. I think it's going to be one of my definitely favorite pipes. Very nice, clean, carbonized inside the bowl. And a nice note saying, appreciate the support, a bunch of stickers and stuff like that. But, anyways. So, if you get a chance to see those pipes, they're very nice. Because we were up in Chicago, I had my wife's oldest brother. Poor guy's been battling cancer for 11 years, stage 4 since then, and he's still hanging in there. But him and his wife came to Georgia and kept an eye on Grandma and Grandpa because they live with us. So trying to do the right thing. I hope when I'm 85 somebody will take care of me. And I got some good news. I don't know if I said it in many of my other videos. My oldest is she's got 3 children. And she is due to have a 4th beginning of October. And my middle daughter is been trying for 10 years with her husband, and they are now with child, and they're due the beginning of October. So I think anytime you can go ahead and have grandkids, that's a blessing. All along they're healthy and everything goes along good that way. Not a typical day here in Georgia is in the 40s. That's cold for a winter day, and we're getting towards spring. It should be 64, so we're going to be about 20 degrees cooler. There's a Grateful Piper put out a looking for responses on where do you go to get away, your getaway, whether it's reading a book or going someplace. And I had too many things going on with getting out of town and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to respond, but I will reply. If you like to read, if you like to have a writer take you to where he's at, I mean, where you can visually in your mind's eye to see what's going on, is the writer is he's passed, but his name is Chaim, Chaim Potok. He's a Jewish writer, and he wrote some of the books he wrote were My Name is Asher Lev, The Gift of Asher Lev, things like that, The Chosen, about Hasidic Jews during World War II in New York City. And the issues if you're not, following that tradition of that Orthodox Jew. The one kid is an artist, wants to draw and freak everybody out. Anyways, I would say Grateful Piper, you would want to read some of his books because they're great reads. They really are. So much stuff going on YouTube that's hard to keep up with it all, especially working the hours I work. So I'm going to work tonight. For those of you who are down in Daytona, please be safe. Seems to be a little crazy at times. I was going to ride down, but I got to work, so I hope this finds you all well. Please stay safe out there in the storm, Miss Stella, and I'll talk to you again. See you.